For the next few hours, nothing exists except for Cleveland high school sports. Because the Quiet Brothers are here. Outlaw!
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Quiet Brothers Sports Show. My name is Kevin Hanley. Got my people in the building with me. Got the homie Eli Robinson.
What up?
Philly Phil is out tonight. So we got a good show for you guys tonight. Maybe a bit of a condensed show, but still a good show nonetheless. At 7:15, we will be talking to John Hugley, center for the Brush Arcs and commit of the Pitt Panthers. So John Hugley will be joining us at 7:15 tonight. And we've got some other stuff to talk about tonight. Joe Schobert released by the Browns. I mean, I don't think they were going to really bring him back. I don't really think they were going to bring him back anyway.
I don't know. The reason why I highlight that is because I'm a Joe Schobert fan.
I think a lot of people in Cleveland were Joe Schobert fans, but you know, it's not like they released Khalil Mack. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, we got a 10th overall pick, so hopefully we don't screw this up. Isaiah Simmons, they said he did a great combine.
If the Browns are going to stay at 10, they need an offensive line. Take the best left tackle on the board.
But you still got to fill that hole with linebackers. You don't know if Christian Kirksey is going to be healthy. He hasn't played a full season since I don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Mac Wilson. That's it. And Sonoe Taki. I mean, I call him a bum.
I wouldn't call him a bum. He hasn't really gotten a chance to show what he can do, right?
Yeah,
so
I call him a bum.
Well, but you're gonna have to. I mean, you still got free agency.
I mean, but there's no legit names out there as far as in the linebacker committee.
But Joe Schobert is a legit name. Joe Schobert's a lunch pail type dude, but Joe Schobert's not a superstar. There are Joe Schoberts out there.
We could have just gave him his money. I mean, he went to the Pro Bowl 3 times.
Listen, this is what this organization and many organizations are doing. They've got their price. These teams have their price. All right, of what they're going to pay guys. And Joe Schobert's price is higher than what the Browns wanted to pay. So they're not going to pay Joe Schobert. And Joe Schobert's going to go somewhere else, might get overpaid. But if a team really likes what Joe Schobert can bring to the table and likes what Joe Schobert can bring to their defense and thinks that he can fit in and help them, they're going to pay him.
What if Joe Schobert
hold up. Ken in Canada.
Ken.
Kenny, what up, man? What's up, Ken? It's been a long time. My man. So no, if there's a team out there that thinks that Joe Schobert can help them and can plug into their defense and help them, I don't want to say get over the top, but solidify their defense, they're going to pay Joe Schobert whatever money he wants.
But listen, what if the Baltimore Ravens picked up Joe Schobert?
Well, then sorry for the Cleveland Browns. You should have kept him.
And he became this big mega star, man.
I don't see Joe Schobert ever becoming a mega star, but I can see Joe Schobert being very, very solid on another team like Baltimore. What up, Treasure Trash? Yeah, I can see Joe Schobert being a solid contributor to a team like the Baltimore Ravens if they chose to sign him. I don't know who's going to sign Joe Schobert. Somebody will. And Joe Schobert might, again, it depends on the defense you're running. Joe Schobert is ideal for somebody's defense. He's going to get paid. Just not what the Browns aren't going to be the team that pays him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And it is what it is. But again, you got the draft. You got free agency. You're going to have those cuts that come up in after July 1st?
Yeah.
Those cuts are going to be made, and there's going to be probably some names of guys that you didn't think were going to be cut. It happens every year. A few guys that you don't think are going to be cut get cut, and they end up on other teams. So we'll see. We'll see. They need to, the Browns need to focus on offensive line first and foremost, because if you're going to go into the future with Baker Mayfield, and with this regime, to me that's still an iffy prospect. This regime is not tied to Baker Mayfield. If you're going to go into the future with Baker Mayfield, you need to make sure that Baker Mayfield is well protected. You've got some good left tackles that'll be on that board at 10.
Especially that kid from Louisville.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep. You got some good ones that'll be on that board at 10. And if I'm Andrew Berry, my number one priority is I'm going to get my next, maybe not my next Joe Thomas, but I'm going to get a left tackle that can give me at least a good solid 7-8 seasons. And you can get that in this draft if you're smart about it. And so we'll see how they do. The Bengals, man, look, man, I agree with Reggie, man. Free AJ Green, man. Free AJ Green. The Bengals are going to use a franchise tag on AJ Green. If I was AJ Green, man, I might not even show up. They're looking to trade Andy Dalton. We know they're going to draft Joe Burrow. And so now AJ Green is going to have to start over with a rookie quarterback. After years and years of Andy Dalton, now he's got to start over with a rookie quarterback. Free AJ Green, man. Free AJ. Cincinnati, why y'all doing this to that man? And somebody said, "Oh, he wants to stay." No,
he don't want to stay.
Do him a solid. He I'm sure he said he wants to stay.
Yeah, a player can say they want to stay, but don't mean it.
Do him a solid, man. Free AJ Green. Free AJ. That's all I'm saying. NFL Combine took place this weekend. Henry Ruggs, the wide receiver from Alabama, 4.2740. I believe that was the fastest. Was that the fastest this weekend?
Yeah,
4.27.
Yeah,
I know Javelin Guidry, the DB from Utah, posted a 4.29. But Ruggs' official time, well, when he ran it was a 4.28. The official time was actually a 4.27. Yeah, that kid can catch too. If you need a receiver, I mean, you got Jefferson from LSU, you got Ruggs, you got T. Higgins from Clemson, you got the kid from Colorado.
A lot of good receivers.
It's a lot of good receivers out there. A lot of good receivers out there.
I think Eagles need a receiver.
They do. They're picking 21st. Henry Ruggs will not be there at 21.
You sure about that?
I'm positive. They're going to have to move up. If they really want Henry Ruggs, they're going to have to move up. He's not going to be there at 21. He went to Alabama. He can run routes. He can catch, and he just ran a 4.27. He's not going to be there at 21.
Well, T. Higgins is.
I'll take T. Higgins. He's not as fast as Ruggs, but I'll take T. Higgins. If I'm an Eagles fan, and I am. If I'm the Eagles and T. Higgins is sitting there at 21, heck yes, I'm taking T. Higgins. Or Jefferson from LSU, Justin Jefferson. I'll take either one of those kids. But T. Higgins has got the size. Because, listen, now, he may not have ran the fastest 40. What people don't understand is that, and while Henry Ruggs did run a 4.27, and that's very fast, there's football speed and there's 40 speed.
Right.
Jerry Rice ran a 4.71 40, okay? And he's the greatest receiver of all time. And he ran a 4.71. Shannon Sharp, I believe, said he ran a 4.67 40. You don't have to run a 4.23 or 4.24 to be a productive receiver in that league. What you need to know how to do is you need to know how to get out of your breaks. You need to know how to drop your hips and get out of that break.
Right.
A 4.23 will help you if all you run is go routes. A 4.23 will help you a lot. But when you need to come over that middle, you need to make that cut. When you need to break off of that route, that speed can be a detriment to you. You need to know how to drop them hips and get out of that route. And if you can do that, you can beat any DB in this league. If you can get out of your break, you can get out of your route, hit that break there at the right time, and be where the quarterback expects you to be. You can beat any DB in this league. If all you run is go routes and take your 4.23 and you're good to go. But that's not how it works. So yeah, I mean, there's this receiver draft. This draft is pretty heavy on receivers. Jeffrey Okuda had a fall. Did you see that? Did he fall?
I didn't
What
see
happened?
that. I don't know.
I gotta find out something happened with Okuda. He's gonna be, man. I wish he would be there 21 for Philly.
Y'all don't need him.
Yeah, yes, we do. They need
Cleveland needs him. I know that.
I'm telling you, he might be there at 10. He might. Maybe. I don't know. It's possible. I would doubt it though. He's a cornerback. That's a premium position. He's the best one in the draft. He'll probably go before before 10. Might be top 5.
You got Damon Arnett.
Yep.
Too.
Yep. So yeah, Jeffrey Okuda took a fall, I guess, from what I'm seeing here. So he took a fall. He was leaping for a ball during position drills, and he fell hard. I guess jumping for a ball. He ran a 4.48. So yeah, I think he'll be gone before top 10. We'll see. John Hugley from the Brush Arcs join us in just a few minutes. If you want to hear the interview with John, you need to download the Quad Brother Sports Show app in the App Store or Google Play. And you can hear our interview with John Hugley. Everybody that's on my my Facebook Live feed, there's going to come a time here in a few minutes where I'm simply listening. And I may say something every now and then as I'm bringing up, as I'm bringing up questions for John. But you're not going to be able to hear him. So if you want to hear the interview with John Hugley, again from the Brush Sharks and Pit Panthers, you'll need to download the Quad Brother Sports Show app in the App Store and in Google Play. And you'll be able to hear that interview. We've been chasing John down for a minute, trying to get John to come in. And we finally were able to track him down and get him in here. So we'll talk to John, see what's going on with him. We tried to get him back in May, I believe. We tried to get him to come back on, and we couldn't make it happen. For just because John Hugley's a top prospect, and his schedule was busy, and it just didn't kind of mesh with our schedule, and you know what I mean. So just things like that happen.
All right.
And we were like, all right, listen, you go ahead, do your thing, and we'll catch up with you later down the road. Today is later down the road. And so we'll talk to John in a couple of minutes. Shout out to the whole Brush Arcs family, man. Shout out to Brush. Brush has been good to us, man, since we started doing this show. Shout out to Brush. Yeah. Appreciate you. And so we'll talk to John in just a little bit. So it's been making its rounds. The video of the Lakers and Grizzlies, and it was Jay Morant who was guarding LeBron James, and he reached in. LeBron kind of. Why are we still acting like LeBron James is the only person that tries to sell contact to get a foul? I don't understand why we're still acting like LeBron is the only one that does that. And I said I commented on someone else's post about that, because they call all LeBron's this, he's that, he's soft, and yada yada yada. I bet if you were standing in the lane and LeBron James coming right at you, I bet you'd get out of the way.
Oh hell yeah!
I bet if LeBron James showed up on your doorstep, you'd be geeked. You want to invite him in and give him a beer. Hey LeBron, come on in. I bet that would happen. Stop acting like LeBron James is the only person that tries to sell fouls. They all try to sell fouls. They all try to get the foul called. More often than not, it works, which is why they keep doing it. Nothing wrong with that. It's not up to the refs. It's up to the refs to know when there is or isn't a foul. The player can sell it, but the refs still got to call it or not call it. It's up to the refs. And if the player sells it well enough, hey, so be it. More power to him. Get that foul call. That's just what they're going to do. and all of the superstars still do it. LeBron does it. James Harden does it.
Mm-hmm.
Russ does it. They all do it. It's part of the game. Whether you like it or not, it's part of the game. They're trying to get a foul call. And if you can do that and put a team in the bonus, then why wouldn't you? It's called gamesmanship. It's not cheating. It's called gamesmanship. I'm going to make this contact look like more than it is.
Right.
And hopefully get a foul called. And if we can put that, and if that can turn into a position where from this point on, every foul that's called on us it sends us to the line. Yeah, you damn right I'm going to sell it. Yeah, absolutely I'm going to sell it. Because what that's going to do, obviously, is every time you foul, now my team's going to the line, which may make you not want to foul us, which may give us easier shots at the basket, which may easier attempts at the basket. So yeah, I'm going to sell it. Absolutely, I'm going to sell it. I'd be mad at LeBron if he didn't sell it. I'd be mad at any player if they didn't sell it. If they were on my team, I'd be mad if they didn't sell it. Yeah, go ahead, get the foul, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not like LeBron is afraid of any of these guys. He's been playing the best of the best and for the most part dominating them for 17 years.
Right.
He's going to try to sell that foul. Absolutely, my man Mark Russo on my live feed. John Stockton was the king of that. John Stockton did it all the time. You got to sell it. Pardon me. If you want the foul called, you got to sell it. Vlade Divac did that a lot. Vlade Divac did that a lot too. Vlade flopped all the time. It's a part of the game. It's up to the refs to be like, nah, man, kill that. He didn't even touch you. And let him keep playing. So, I wish people would stop acting like LeBron's the only one that does that. He's not. He's not. There are definitely some that do it. Some more than others. But LeBron's no different. He's still out there trying to win. He's still out there trying to gain an edge. Still trying to gain an advantage. So let him live. Why not?
Right.
Let him gain the advantage. I mean, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? You should be trying to do that, in my opinion. You should be trying to get that foul. So I know. Here's and I know what I said last week about. We were talking about the Astros, and I was saying, you know what? I do think that there needs to be some kind, maybe not an asterisk in the books, but there needs to be something that maybe speaks to this whole thing with the Astros cheating and stealing signs and whatnot. And then spring training starts and I see these teams purposely.
Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, they're purposely throwing at and beating the Astros. And I'm telling you this, and it's like I posted on my Facebook time. Listen, put me in a group that hopes that the Astros start throwing back at people. I hope they start throwing back at people. They're not. I don't know who. They're not going to just sit there and take this. They're not going to let you just keep throwing at their players.
They brought it on themselves.
They're not going to keep
it on to themselves.
They're not going to keep letting people.
They're the ones who cheated.
But so they just got to. So they just need to just stand there and let people throw baseball.
Take the consequences, man.
No. Because just like I said before, one of those balls gets away from pitcher, hits somebody in the head. Then what? This is the stupid unwritten rule. Listen to me. I am imploring the Houston Astros, start throwing back at people. Start throwing back at them.
Then there's gonna be brawls every single
Then so be
weekend.
it. So be it.
Every single home
So be
series.
it. I'll tell you this much. If I was a member of the Houston Astros, you're not gonna just sit up there and hit me. And I'm not gonna do anything about it. And any pitcher that's on the Houston Astros staff with any kind of guts at all will start throwing back at people. Fine, you want to throw at us? We're gonna throw at you. We are not gonna let you. We're not gonna sit there and take this for 162 games. Are you crazy? You think we're just gonna stand in the box and let you plunk us for 162 games? Hell no.
That's how it's gonna be.
Well then bring it on. Bring it on. Then I guess it'll just be the beanball wars. And people to be getting ejected and suspended and whatever the case might be. But bring it on. I am not. If I'm the Astros, if I'm Dusty Baker, I'm bringing my guys together in the clubhouse, and I'm telling them, last season is last season. And exactly, my man Willie Littlejohn. What's up, Willie? Commish. It adds unnecessary base runners. So there's an Astro on base. He got a legit hit. Now you're gonna come up and hit hit Altuve.
All right, well, give him some chin music.
You're gonna go ahead and hit Altuve and put a runner on second and put Altuve on first. Oh, but you showed Houston. But now there's 2-1, no outs. So who wins? I'm just saying, if I'm Dusty Baker, I'm bringing my team together in the clubhouse, and I'm telling them that's it. Enough's enough. We're not taking any more of this. If they throw at you, I'm looking at my pitchers dead in the eye. If they throw at us, I want you to throw back at them. They plunk us in the back, I want you to plunk them in the back.
Bring it on.
Hey, that's how it's going to be. And the refs will issue, and not the refs, the umps will issue warnings. And it'll just go back and forth until somebody gets suspended or somebody gets hurt really bad. Because that can happen too. Somebody get hurt really bad. Somebody's trying to get quote-unquote revenge or retribution against the Astros. Throws the ball high, tries to hit him in the back, but the ball gets away from him, hits him in the head. Now you got a guy laid out at home plate. Is it really worth that? Is that really worth it? Seeing some guy laid out, bleeding from his ear at home plate because you want to get revenge? Is that really worth it? No, it's stupid. So if I'm Dusty Baker from this point forward, if they hit us, hit them back. That's my stance. And we'll deal with whatever. Rob Manfred just wants this to be over with. He doesn't even want any part. Rob Manfred just wants it to be over with.
Yeah, he a punk. She's a little punk.
Hey. He just wants it to be over with.
Yeah, you want it to be over with. Okay.
I'm just saying,
it
man.
Ain't never, though.
It
ain't never over.
If I'm Houston, all this standing around and getting blunked is dead. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that. So, all right. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We're still waiting on John Hugley from Brush. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back, and hopefully we'll be hearing from John Hugley from the Brush Arc. So we'll take a break. We'll get out. We'll come back. Eli's name of the song.
Name of the song is called Game Over by Anabolic Beats. This is the Quad Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
Yep. right, welcome back to the show. Okay, so the Browns are expected to try to bring in a veteran quarterback to back up Baker Mayfield.
And it's Chase Daniel.
All right.
Or Case Keenum.
Chase Daniel or Case Keenum. Okay. And I heard Chris Rose say that, well, no, you don't want to do that because you could create controversy. And to that I say, screw controversy. You need to bring somebody in here
That's going to push Baker
that's
Mayfield.
going to push Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Because right now, Baker Mayfield is comfortable. Too comfortable, if you ask me. Baker's too comfortable. Coming in out of shape. Allegedly out here behind Cheesecake Factories,
Allegedly, right?
To me, Baker Mayfield is too comfortable. Right? You need to bring somebody in here that Baker Mayfield's going to look at and be like, oh, wait a minute.
So Ken in Canada is on my live feed right now, and he said, bring in Bernie Kosar.
I mean, you guys haven't had good quarterback play since Bernie Cole. Well, I mean, Baker had a good rookie season. I won't say that. Baker had a good rookie season. What I'm saying, though, is that you need somebody that Baker knows, like, hey, man, if I don't play well, this guy's going to take my job.
And it's going to be, you know what? I would bring in Marcus Mariota.
I've heard that name, too. I've heard that name. I've heard the name Marcus Mariota.
Yep, Super Mariota. Yeah, oh yeah.
You can drop the super for right now. I wouldn't call him Super Mariota. I'd call him Average Mariota. But, I mean, look, he could have a Ryan Tannehill situation. Somebody that you bring in to push Baker Mayfield. And then Baker's got to make a decision. Do I want this job or not?
Right.
Ooh. Well, here's the point from the commish. He said, if I have to bring in Case Keenum to push my QB, then he's not a franchise quarterback. Well.
Yeah, you got a point there, commish.
Here's the thing, though. Will he understand? Again, this regime is not tied to Baker Mayfield in any shape, way, or form.
I'm telling you what, if he fails this year, he doesn't get better this year, you know who the next quarterback in line, right? Trevor Lawrence.
If Baker Mayfield has a season this year like he did last year, Baker Mayfield's out of here.
Right. I can see, and
Period.
you know what? And if he does have a crap year, I can see the Browns in the draft at number top 5 getting Trevor Lawrence.
Well, if they have an identical season, they're not going to pick top 5. They'll be 10th again if they have an identical season.
I mean, if they have a crap season,
maybe.
I would want Trevor Lawrence.
I just look, man. He does though. He needs to. I don't feel like Baker Mayfield is taking this job seriously as a quarterback. I don't feel he's taking it seriously. I feel like he's just going through the motions. I feel like he's too comfortable. I feel like he thinks he's got the job locked up and, hey, I'm Baker Mayfield and I feel dangerous, so the fans love me, so no one's going to get rid of me. This regime is not tied to you, Baker Mayfield. They did not pick you. John Dorsey picked you, not Andrew Berry. And Andrew Berry learned from Howie Roseman. And if there's one thing that I know, is that Howie Roseman will let go of a guy that he thinks is
really.
Howie Roseman will let him go.
Howie is cutthroat like that?
Howie learned from Joe Banner. And Joe Banner is the same guy that let Brian Dawkins walk. Howie learned from him. And Andrew learned from Howie. So go out there and have another season this year like you did last year, Baker, and see what happens to you. Andrew Berry's going to let you go. And then they're going to try to find another. And then you guys are going to be back into square one again, looking for another quarterback. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Willie. Guys like Mahomes and Lamar and Wentz and Dak, they want to be number one. And they work like they want to be number one. They don't come into camp out of shape like Baker did.
I'll tell you who the Browns need to draft as like a third quarterback. Jalen Hurts.
Nah.
I want Jalen Hurts in a Browns uniform. I just like his game, man. Like I mean, Jalen Hurts is another quarterback that likes to work hard.
I think Jalen Hurts is going to go sooner than people think Jalen Hurts is going to go. I'd be shocked if Jalen Hurts lasts past second round. I would. I know Tua's going to go high.
Oh yeah.
I know Justin Herbert's going to go high.
Okay.
I would be shocked if the third round starts and Jalen Hurts is still on the board. I'd be shocked. I really would be. He did pretty damn good at Oklahoma.
He did.
I know Herbert's going to go high. Like I said, I know Tua's probably going to be top 10. I know Herbert's. Can you pull up the draft? Can you pull up the draft order, E? And so we can look at the draft order.
Hold on. I gotta get off my live feet.
You put up there on laptop?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Because I want to see who's picking. Let me see if I can pull it up here because I want to see who's picking. Let me see draft order. Okay, I'll pull it up on my laptop. Hold on.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up in a minute.
Because I'm trying to see who's available or who's picking where, who's available. Because I know there are some teams who are talking about moving on from their quarterbacks. One of those teams being the Detroit Lions, who are talking about moving on from Matthew Stafford. And that really wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest.
All right, so we have the 2020 NFL draft order.
Okay.
Number 1, the Cincinnati Bengals.
They're taking Joe Burrow.
Yep. Number 2, the Washington Redskins.
Now stop right there. Stop right there. The Washingtons, they're willing to let go of Dwayne Haskins.
Ooh.
I've seen that lately in the past couple of days. They're willing to let Haskins walk, or not walk, but trade Haskins or draft another quarterback. So I can see them taking a quarterback into. I can see them taking a Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them maybe not Tua, but I could see them taking a Justin Herbert. Okay, continue.
Number 3, the Detroit Lions.
Detroit, there you go. There's Detroit again, and Detroit's talking about moving on from Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
So Detroit could move Matthew Stafford and get some pretty good capital for Matthew Stafford.
Right.
Matthew Stafford's still a quarterback that can help a team win. For some reason, he's not doing it in Detroit, but Matthew Stafford's still a good quarterback. And so if they're picking third, I could see Tua in Detroit. You get Matthew Stafford out of there, you bring in Tua, and there you go. Or Justin Herbert if he's still on the board. All right, go ahead.
Number 4, we got the New York Giants. They got Daniel Jones.
Yeah, they're good.
Number 5, they got the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, here we go again. See how many teams in the top 10 really need good quarterbacks or could use another quarterback? So now we've already got Washington, Detroit, and Miami. Okay, go ahead.
Number 6, we have the Los Angeles Chargers.
And
they can definitely draft Justin Herbert.
Yep, because Phillip Rivers is gone. They're not bringing Phillip Rivers back. So, yeah, you can see them. So that's 4 teams in the top 10 who could be potentially looking at new franchise quarterbacks. Okay, go ahead.
Number 7, we got Carolina Panthers.
I just saw they're recommitting to Cam Newton, so I think they're out of a quarterback.
Number 8, you got the Arizona Cardinals.
No, Kyler Murray. Yeah, they're not.
Number 9, you got Jacksonville Jaguars. No, you got Nick Foles.
Hold up. Time out. Hold up.
Come on now.
Hey. Nick Foles had a broken collarbone, didn't do jack when he last year. I'm just saying. I would not rule out, depending on who's on the board, depending on who's left. If somehow Tua got down to 9, I could see the Jaguars be like, look, it's been great, Nick Foles. Thanks, we appreciate it, but we're going to go ahead and take Tua now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who's 10?
Cleveland.
Okay, Cleveland at 10. Cleveland, offensive lineman. Left tackle, you need a left tackle. Gardner Minshew, man, if Tua's on the board at 9, they're not. Gardner Minshew's going to be out there right along with Nick Foles. All right, go ahead.
Number 11, you got the New York Jets.
The Sam Darnold. Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
Number 12, we got the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders aren't exactly 100% committed to Derek Carr either. They may be looking to bring in a new younger quarterback. Okay, keep going.
You got the number 13. You got the Indianapolis Colts.
Interested in Indianapolis. Interesting. Yeah, that would prevent it, Willie. Foles would have a pretty big cap number. But Indianapolis is interesting because if I'm the Indianapolis Colts, I might be calling the Detroit Lions
For
and saying, "What do you want from Matthew Stafford?" Because I don't know if they're really committed to Jacoby Brissett. So if I'm the Indianapolis Colts, I'm gonna look like, yeah, what? Well, yeah, Willie, but you can win with Matthew Stafford too. They can win with Matthew. They can win with Rivers or Stafford. Stafford's younger than Rivers. We know this.
mm-hmm.
Stafford's younger than Rivers by at least 5 years. So I could see the Indianapolis Colts calling Detroit and like, listen, we'll give you a 2 for him. You don't think the Detroit Lions will take a second-round pick for Matthew Stafford?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Now, the Colts have a quarterback that we know can sling it. We know Matthew Stafford can throw it. That's not an issue. The Colts have a good young defense. They seem to have found a running game. You got T.Y. Hilton, although he had Calvin Johnson, didn't do that with him, but I digress. He never had a defense as good. Indianapolis got a good young defense over there. So I could see the Colts calling the Lions and crying about Matthew Stafford. All right, go ahead. Who's after the Colts?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's where I see Phillip Rivers ended up, is in Tampa Bay. Now, I know it may only be a 1 or 2 year deal.
Winston, yeah. Jameis is gone.
Maybe. I don't know if they would get rid of him for Phillip Rivers, but all right, go ahead. Who's next?
Denver Broncos.
Okay, that's another interesting. Go ahead.
The Atlanta Falcons at number 16.
No, I think they like Matt Ryan too much.
Number 17 is their favorite team, Dallas Cowboys.
They're gonna. They're not gonna want to, but they're gonna have to give Dak $40 million a year, which is crazy. But they're not gonna want to do it. But I think they're gonna have to do it. Next.
Number 18, you got the Miami Dolphins
Again?
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. Oh, that was from the Minka Fitzpatrick trade.
Right.
Okay, so they got 2 first rounders. Okay.
Number 19, you got the Las Vegas Raiders via the Chicago Bears.
Now, stop there with the Las Vegas Raiders. Reports are that the Las Vegas Raiders are prepared to offer Tom Brady a 2-year, $60 million contract. $30 million per.
Ooh.
For Tom Brady to go to Las Vegas and play for the Raiders. Now, this will all be. I think Bill Belichick is ready to move on from Tom Brady. I don't think Robert Kraft is ready to move on from Tom Brady. I think Robert Kraft wants Tom Brady to either come back to New England or retire as a Patriot. But I think Tom Brady still wants to play. I mean, if the Raiders offer Tom Brady 2 years and $60 million, I mean, do we think Robert Kraft's going to match that? I mean, Brady's what? He's unrestricted, isn't he? I think he's unrestricted.
Mm-hmm.
Could you see Tom Brady?
Yeah, he's going back to the Patriots.
Could you see Tom Brady in
a Raider uniform? No.
Be weird. It's like seeing Joe Montana in a Chiefs uniform for the first time. I remember how weird that looked. Seeing Joe Montana in a Chiefs uniform wearing number 19 instead of number 16. That was really weird for me. Now, seeing Tom Brady in a Raiders uniform would be weird, but Tom Brady would still be able to wear number 12, even though that was Ken Stabler's number because the Raiders don't retire numbers. And
what, they don't?
No, the Raiders don't retire
Why?
numbers. They just don't. I don't know why they just don't. They had some schmuck wearing 75 a few years ago. It's Howard Long's number. I don't know. They just don't. So I could see Tom Brady in Vegas. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Number 20, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars again via the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, that was the
Marcus Peters.
No, Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey deal. Okay. Let's see. You got the Philadelphia Eagles at number 21.
No, they're not taking a quarterback.
Buffalo Bills is 22.
Nope.
23 is the New England Patriots.
There you go. What if Tom Brady doesn't come back? You're going to be looking for a quarterback. And you think Bill Belichick's afraid to move up? Nope. All right, continue.
Number 24 is the New Orleans Saints.
Drew Brees said he's coming back. They're going to end up letting Taysom Hill and Teddy Bridgewater walk, I believe.
Which is a bad.
Which would be, I mean, you know, I know he's Drew Brees, but I'm not. You're going to let Taysom Hill and Teddy Bridgewater walk? Okay. Do you, New Orleans? Who's next?
Number 25, we got the Tennessee Titans.
I think they're good with Tannehill. They want to extend Tannehill to a long-term extension. Okay.
Number 26 is the Minnesota Vikings.
Nope, they're good with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that?
I like the fact you haven't won anything, but go ahead, Kirk.
Number 27, we got the Miami Dolphins via the Houston Texans.
They got 3 first-round picks?
Yes, they do.
Wow. Okay, Miami, I see you.
And you know who they got? They got Miami drafting at number 27, J.K. Dobbins.
Okay. All right. I mean, they need help everywhere, so yeah, fine. That'll work.
Number 28 is the Seattle Seahawks.
Nope, they got Russ. We already know that.
Number 29 is the world champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes. Keep hooking. We know them.
Number 30, you got the Green Bay Packers.
King Aaron the 12th.
You got number 31, you got the San Francisco 49ers.
Jimmy G.
And the last pick is the Baltimore Ravens. Now they got
Lamar.
they got the Ravens picking Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin.
Okay. I mean, they need a running back too. They could use a running back too. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor with Lamar Jackson. That'd be pretty nice.
That'd be dynamic. That rounds out the first round.
Willie, I don't know. Somebody might give Taysom Hill quarterback money. I know you say he had to take a lot of snaps, but somebody might give Taysom Hill quarterback
Bring him
money.
to Cleveland.
No. No, you don't want that. That's not the guy that's going to push Baker Mayfield. Taysom Hill is like a jack of all trades. He hasn't played enough quarterback to really warrant getting that kind of money, right? He hasn't played enough quarterback to warrant that,
No,
I don't think.
Not really.
I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Pam. My cousin Pam on there. Thanks for putting the shirts out for me. Appreciate you. All right, so let's do this, Eli. Let's take one more break. Mm-hmm. We'll come back, and then we'll finish up the show. So let's take one more break, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up. What's the name of the song?
All right, name of the song is called Self-Destruct by Anabolic Beats. This is the Quad Brother Sports Show on One Unimedia Network.
Yep. Welcome back to the show. All right, last segment of the show. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go home and I think I'm going to eat some ramen noodles. Because why not? It's ramen noodles. You know what I like to do, though?
What?
I like to take ramen noodles, like I'll cook the ramen noodles and then drain them. Like I'll put the season packet in there, let them sit in the broth for a little bit, and then drain them, and then put cheese in them, and then eat them like that. So there's no broth,
I don't
just
know
noodles
about
and cheese.
man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You don't, Eli. You don't know what you're missing, bro. You know what you're missing. I get some people like to eat ramen noodles with broth. I don't. Very rarely will I eat. If I'm sick, then yeah, sometimes I eat them with the broth. To me, I like to drain the noodles and then put cheese in them. To me, that's life right there. Life.
Yo, shout out to the homie Dave Wallencheck. Just joined into my
what up,
live
Dave?
feed.
What's going on, Dave?
Yo.
Yeah, so that's how I like to do it. I like to eat them with no broth. It's just, it's like, and then it's like, I mean, I guess it's supposed to be like soup, but it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't like them that way. And then I hope that my daughter didn't, like she, last time she played me, I came home and my daughter had eaten, I had a pack of cookies there. And I go into the pantry to get my cookies.
Well, first of all, what type of cookies were they?
Fudge grams.
The fudge grams.
The graham crackers covered with chocolate. The graham cookies covered with chocolate.
Oh, okay. Them joints is live.
Right. So I go and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready, man. It's about 9:30. I'm like, man, my sweet tooth kicking in. All right, let me go jump on these fudge grams. I open up the pantry and I grab the cookie. It's empty. The package is still in the pantry.
Was your oldest daughter did that?
No, it's my youngest, my 10-year-old.
Oh, she done got you.
Bruh. I go into the pantry. I pull out the cookie packet. The packet is empty. Not a cookie to be seen. That thing was about full when I left. I'm like, what the hell? Who ate my cookies? And then she just kind of looks at me with this. I knew it was her. She's guilty of doing that before. I knew it was her. But I want to try to give her the benefit of the doubt. You know what she said to me?
What?
Should have left him here.
Oh.
Should have left him around me.
You know what? I know your initial reaction was.
Like, what do you mean I should have left him around you?
Yeah, you're salty.
See, I bought him. See, with my money.
Okay.
You don't have any money, so that doesn't. You're not entitled to anything around this house. You don't have any money.
Oh, Ken says Cookie Monster.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know how it is, man. You sitting there, you got your mouth set for something. You like, remember the scene in Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
Had my mouth set for some orange juice. It ain't nothing but a swallow. It wasn't even a swallow. I mean, she didn't leave one cookie. She ate them all, but left the empty packet in the pantry. I'm like, word? That's how we doing it around here?
Yeah, I hate when I go in the refrigerator. I got my mouth set for some cereal. Go in there and get some milk.
No milk.
Pour the milk. A few drops come out of it.
And no milk.
Like, what the hell? What the heck?
Who drank all of that? And why'd you put it back in the fridge?
Right. They do the orange juice like that too.
Bruh, she literally ate all the cookies and then put them back and put the empty packet. Like I don't know what she was thinking. She ate the packet of cookies and then put the empty packet back into the pantry. Like, what did she think? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the purpose of putting? You should have just thrown that away. Maybe I would have thought, oh man, I ate them. But I know me. I'm not going to empty the packet and then put the packet back in the pantry. That's something a kid would do. I know I'm not doing that. I can't. I was salty. I was.
Yeah, you were salty.
I was salty about it. I'm like, yo, man, that's you. I don't get no respect around here. You just gonna eat my cookies and. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna eat my cookies and that's that, right? That's how we operate around this house.
Like when you go to a restaurant, you get your leftovers. You got them wings in there.
Right.
Come downstairs next day, wings gone.
Who ate my damn wings?
Who ate my damn wings?
Don't man. Don't do that to me if I got some leftover like the salt and pepper joints from BW3. I mean, not salt and pepper, salt and vinegar joint. Oh my God, the salt and vinegar ones at BW3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they got to be the regular wings. They can't be boneless.
No,
they got to be the regular wings.
you got to have that bone in.
Salt and vinegar, and in my opinion, they got to be drums. Flats are I'll eat flats.
Flats is cool.
Nah, I'm team drums. Cause you get, you know what I'm saying. You gotta basically, if you get flats, you gotta deconstruct the whole damn wing before you can dip it in some sauce.
It
and
only
eat it.
take you what seconds to debone.
You can't even dip it,
man.
but you can pick up a drum right away and dip it right into the sauce and get busy.
You can dip the flats in the sauce.
No, you can't. Not without taking it all apart first. You gotta literally take the whole damn wing apart before you can dip it in some sauce. And then hope you don't have a little piece of gristle on the end of the bone that's still stuck in it.
True.
But with the salt and pepper joint, you don't even need sauce. I keep saying salt and pepper. Salt and vinegar joint.
Man, next time you mention, I'm gonna bruh you.
I keep saying salt and pepper, but I mean salt and vinegar.
You just being disrespectful.
No,
man.
no, the salt and pepper. This I said it again.
Yeah, man, come on, bruh.
The salt and vinegar wings from BW3 are the truth. But again, they have to be the regular style wings. They cannot be boneless. It's not the same if it's boneless. If you've never had the salt and vinegar wings from BW3, I implore you, go get some. You'll thank me later. I promise you that. So when I go home tonight, I'm going to make some ramen noodles.
Okay.
And there better be some cookies left in my pantry. I know I had some cookies in my pantry when I left. There better be some cookies left in my
Ken
pantry.
says, Kevin, I saw you scarf down lots of them flats in Buffalo.
I did.
Oh
No, now I didn't say that I wouldn't eat flats. I just said that if I had a preference, I'd eat drums.
Okay.
Now, I was being nice. I wanted to eat all the drums, Ken. I wanted to eat all the drums. But I was trying to be nice and save the drums because I didn't want to be a jerk and leave the flats for everybody else. And by the way, the wings at Duff's in Buffalo are crazy good. Crazy good. And that blue cheese sauce, Ken, the blue cheese. Oh, the blue cheese sauce. If you go to Buffalo, I know people will tell you to go to the Anchor Bar. I am telling you, go to Duff's.
Mm-hmm.
We were told by the locals, go to Duff's and then go to the Anchor Bar. We didn't make the Anchor Bar. We did go to Duff's. I'm telling you right now, go to Duff's first. I know the Anchor Bar is where it all started. You need to go to Duff's. You'll thank me for it. The wings are crispy but not burnt. They're crispy but still juicy on the inside. Oh, it's delicious. Delicious. But I just know I better have some cookies in that pantry when I get it. When I walk in the house, better be some cookies in that pantry because I know I have some in there. And if not, it's going to be consequences and repercussions. Some furniture moving in that house. A 10-year-old going to be on punishment for eating up my
some
cookies.
doggone cookies?
Yes. Because they're not hers. That's all. It's the principle of the thing. Smokey.
Wow.
She ate my. And this thing, if she would have called me and said, "Hey, Dad, can I have some of your cookies?" I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, go ahead. She just jacked me. Didn't even ask me. Just jacked me for my cookies. Didn't even ask me. Jacked me for my cookies. Ate them all. She didn't even eat like 2 or 3. She ate them all. Jacked me for my cookies. Ate them all. And then to taunt me, left the empty packet in the pantry. That's straight up disrespectful right there. She's lucky she didn't get grounded last weekend. So there better be some cookies in there when I get home. All right, so we missed John Hugley. I'm not sure what happened with John. I don't know. We reached out to the young brother, and we didn't get the chance to talk to him. It is what it is. I don't know. Maybe he forgot. Maybe who knows. But we're going to go ahead and call it a night. I told you we're going to do a little bit of a condensed show tonight. We appreciate you guys tuning in, everybody that tuned in to listen on the app. Everybody tuned in on live Facebook feed. Mine and Eli. We appreciate you guys. Ken, my man, much love, Ken, my brother.
Yes,
Ken Gorman, man, we appreciate you, my Canadian brother. And look forward to seeing you again soon, Ken. All right. That's going to do it for us, man. For Eli Robinson, for Phil Rucker, my name is Kevin Hanley. This is the Choir Brothers Sports Show. Eli, take us out.
The name of this song is, I'm sorry, I got hopped on cookies.
Yeah, I guess so.
The name of the song is on Greatness by T Customs Beats. This is the Choir Brothers Sports Show on One Unit Media Network.
We out here, y'all. Peace.